What's up, everybody? I'm in Gautier, Mississippi at a property that I just bought, and we're gonna walk you through this property and show you how we're gonna make decisions on what we're gonna do for rent. This would be a good flip, but because it's in such good condition and because I bought it as a 1031 exchange, comment below if you know what a 1031 exchange is. I'm gonna tell you about what the 1031 exchange is in the video. I'm gonna walk you through this rental property. I'm gonna show you how my property in Las Vegas enabled me to buy 24 properties, and we're gonna walk you through this octagon of a property and show you how you can benefit and how investing in real estate will change your lives. 11 years ago, in fact, the guy who's behind the camera right now met off a property that I bought in Mississippi, and that's the power of real estate. It goes up in value, and then once it goes up in value, you sell it. So if you're brand new to investing in real estate, let me know in the comments. If you've already invested in real estate, let me know in the comments. And if you're looking to get started in real estate, join our free Facebook group, get started, and make sure if you have any questions, leave us a comment and we'll do a video on it. All right, so this is on a golf course, right?
Yeah, we're on Hickory Hills Golf Course.
Hickory Hills Golf Course. This is a big house.
Yeah, it's like 2,000 something square feet.
Is this like typical? Is this typical for me to buy as a rental? This is something that I typically buy?
No, this is not your typical rental property. This is a flip for you usually.
Right.
This does not show beater DNA anywhere.
And it's big.
And it's big.
And it's big.
And it's got the octagon.
And it's got the octagon right there. So why the hell am I buying this property?
Well, it's a good investment. It's going to be a great flip. That golf course has just been repurchased. It's now active, and you know, this is a retirement community.
All right, so let me break it on down for you guys about like how would this work from a 1031 exchange standpoint. What are the rules with that? All right, so first of all, a 1031 exchange is when you buy a property or when you sell a property, and to avoid paying taxes, just sidetrack, by the time you guys watch this video, hopefully the Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm representing today. Hopefully the video is edited by then. If not, then we'll blur this out and I'll put it, no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so you buy a property, you sell it, and in order to avoid paying capital gains tax, you exchange it into a property or properties. In this case, I bought a property in Vegas for $125,000 down, which was a $1.2 million property on an SBA loan. If you know what an SBA loan is, comment below. I bought that property and then I exchanged it after I sold it 9 years later and made a $1.4 million profit. I bought 24 properties. This is one of them. And so I had to buy a bunch of properties. And so this is just one we bought from a wholesaler. And I'm going to walk you through this property and we're going to show you what we plan to do here. First of all, should we change the carpet, Elaine?
No.
Do you think we can rent this the way it is?
Yeah, I mean, just put it this way. If you just want to do a mild make ready.
So I want to show you guys this carpet right here.
It says 1974 all over it.
The main question is how much rent will we lose because we don't change the carpet?
Depends on how much you want to renovate the home.
Right.
So if you want to make it nice and modern, change the rug, floor, whatever you want to. If not, just because the rug is in such good shape, amazingly, clean it up, get some new paint on the floor, on the walls, and let it roll.
Well, retro's coming back in actually. Mm-hmm. So we've actually done like a 40-year market cycle in order to catch it on the other side.
That's right.
All right, so we're walking through this property, and as we're looking around here, what I'm looking for is I'm looking like, what do I gotta do? Is the roof in good condition? Looks like we got a leak around the fireplace.
You get a lot, as you'll see in the video, there's a lot of roof and ceiling repairs. Here's
another question is like, can we have a garage sale here? I mean, how much money can we make on, you know, like this is, it's a pretty nice cup.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
look at this cup. I mean, that thing's going on eBay.
That's right.
A little barbell. It always surprises me like how much money I could probably make if I sold the stuff in the houses that I buy. These people were some collectors. You've got, what is it, Schlitz?
Yeah, right.
Schlitz beer.
Malt liquor.
Somebody's gonna make out like a bandit.
There you go. I'm gonna have a 1970s key party.
Get my wife something nice. We got this guy right here.
Baby.
We got this guy right here.
There you go.
That's gotta be a collector's item right there.
Yeah.
Comment below if you know what the hell that is. We got anything else good?
Yeah, here's an old cassette tape. We haven't seen those in action for a while.
Oh yeah, I used to dub these. Remember when you used to have you had the one over here, the one over there?
Yeah.
The recorder. Let's see what else we got.
Looks like you got a little fondue action back there.
Ooh.
There you go.
It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You want that?
I'll pass. But it does look pretty nice. It looks like it's nice stainless.
Yeah, it's got heat up.
Yeah, it's got the old alcohol.
Whoa!
alcohol burner setup in there.
All right, well.
Yeah, table side.
And what's this? Like a carafe? This is like Jesus' blood or something?
Yeah.
Whoa, woo, smell that.
That smells good, man.
You want to take a sip?
No. Whistler's mother.
I did quit drinking, so you can watch the video on that. I'd probably knock that if I wasn't. We're walking through this house. Tell me what you think about the floor.
Just depends on what you want to do, but the floor's in good shape. You know, it's definitely retro, but it is in good shape. It's not cut really anywhere. That's just one little blemish.
Right, so we got
Cabinets are really decent, you know what I mean? For a rental, a really good starting point. Stove looks new, dish machine looks decent, right?
Right.
Just get some good paint in here.
We do gotta paint this place, and then this stuff's gonna stand out a little bit more.
Air conditioning system looks recent.
So these are all things that we're looking for. Is this a yellow paint or just this?
No, it's yellow in here, yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty gnarly.
See, it's like, how far do you go? Right? How far do you go? Because then once you touch one thing, you're touching everything. You know, somebody could make this their home. What happened here?
It's like we had a little bit of vandalism.
You think that's vandalism?
Oh yeah.
Some punk kid?
Boom.
Yeah, it's like your shoe size too.
Size 8 or 9, yeah.
The hell is this?
Yeah, it looks like some little office space. You could put your computer in here. Look at this, right?
Yeah, well, what is this?
That's termite, man.
So is this whole wall gone or?
Well, some of it is if you traveled up all the way into here.
Okay.
And they went out the other side, but...
so how often, that begs the question, how often should you treat for termites?
Every 5 years, 7 years, probably.
Right.
You know, they say those treatments are good for 10, but you can get on an annual. So I would think 5 years is good, because if you don't have them, it's just a matter of time when you will have them.
Right, down here in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So you got a long hallway. We got yeah, I mean, really, once you touch one thing, you're gonna have to touch everything.
Right, right. This faux granite countertop is a little passe, but...
Passe?
Yeah. It's a little French for past tense, but...
That's patina.
Yeah, that's a nice patina. That's pretty.
And you got the perfect ringtone for this. We're walking back in here. We got to turn the power on. Yeah, got one bedroom,
light bulbs,
2 bedroom, and this carpet is in good shape.
Amazingly. And you get these doors that open up outside in every bedroom.
Really? I had a house like this in Vegas that I actually bought for $475,000. It was very retro, and I sold it for $1.1 million. And it had the same thing, but it opened up to same type of setup.
Right.
It was actually 9 doors. Yeah, same type of setup. I wonder if these guys were related.
It's got that California kind of West Coast vibe.
Is that my golf course right there?
No, I don't think so.
So where's my golf course?
Yeah, we're way back in that direction.
Okay. All right, so we've got some exterior work to do.
Soffits and...
the roof.
Yeah, you can see where you're sagging down there.
So do we need a new roof on this damn thing?
I would think that you do. There's so many areas of leaking.
It's a big roof too.
You can see over the garage, it's got there's some like depression areas.
So we need a new roof. I'm asking you, what's the cost of this roof? Just real quick, before I go any further, how much do you think it's gonna cost? Obviously market specific, right? If we're in California, what's this roof cost? If we're in Michigan, what's the roof cost? If it's in Vegas and it's freaking tile, what's the roof cost? Well, we're in Mississippi. We could probably get this roof done for under 10,000 bucks.
Yeah.
Is that about right, you think?
I think you're right at it.
It's between 7 and 10, I would say, just depending on labor, that's material, that's everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we get the soffits fixed and everything like that. So we got a nice fenced backyard. What are these called?
That's your soffit, right?
That's your soffit. What's this called?
Fascia.
Fascia. Okay, cool. Do we need to do any tuck pointing here? Uh-oh.
Somebody's been in.
Oh, another major bonus.
Yeah, if you like to fish, huh? Look at all those fishing poles.
Holy smokes. This guy was a fisherman. Is this a Shimano reel? Somebody came up in here. When you find this stuff typically, Elaine, do you keep it?
I'm not much of a fisherman. But if this
what else do we got?
Yeah, there you go. You can go. This is cool. You can go to the beach.
I mean, we're coming up in here.
Yeah, this is so era specific, right? 70s was a major time for those gadgets.
Dude, I still see old guys on the beach all the time looking for stuff.
Don't you?
So we got that, we got a garage, probably paint the garage. We definitely got the roof. How much could this thing sell on eBay for? It's takes 2 9-volt batteries. It's a treasure tracker. Did you got your phone on you? Sorry. So treasure, this is just gonna tell you that there's a business here, guys. If you link up with a flipper like myself, and you're like, hey, I'll pay you $100 to clean your property out. I mean, they're selling for 200 bucks. I mean, who doesn't need a pair of crutches?
Tiny Tim, right?
There's money in here. So garage needs to be cleaned out, roof needs to be taken a look at. We got 2 furnace systems here, I noticed. Yeah, they busted. We need a new door. God, this roof is bad. They unplugged the garage. They did a good job on that. So what you should always do, a little tip for you, whenever you buy a property, you can pretty much jump any of those garage door codes these days, so you should always unplug it. So outside, we need some work on it. Give this thing a paint job from the outside and the inside. Pressure wash this. How much do you think that this property is going to cost repair, and how much do you think we're going to get for rent? These doors got to come off, right? So Elaine, as you walk these properties, what do you see? I mean, what are you looking at for rent for me?
I'm saying 12 to 14.
As is.
Yeah, cleaned up. Yeah.
What if I went the full distance?
Could be $1,600, $1,700 a month.
Yeah, so we're not going the full distance for sure. Because let's talk about it. Like, if we had to go the full distance, put new flooring in this thing, redo everything, what are we talking to spend here?
Yeah, 30 grand.
30 grand to make a $300 return on my investment?
Right.
So I'll wear it out, rent it out a bunch more times, flip it eventually.
That's right.
Which will allow me to then 1031 the asset again. In the meantime, since I'm paying cash for it, could I refinance it and take the money out?
You betcha.
100%. So that's the power of the 1031 exchange, right? Like, we just learned a lesson on taxes this year, you did.
Leonard, you better make sure that you watch what you're spending and make sure you spend enough.
Right, and what he's talking about there is, I've been beating it home. Elaine started flipping properties. You had a pretty good year flipping properties.
Right.
What'd you make?
I mean, income-wise, we made $300K.
In flipping?
Flipping probably about half that.
150 in flipping, so you'd be taxed at a high rate there, right? And if you bought properties, you would have washed out that loss, that gain.
I would have.
That's the power. 1031 exchanges, that's why we're at this property right now. If Elaine's got a property, he's got a huge gain on it, rather than him paying taxes, you could buy more cash flowing properties.
Yeah, and save 28%. Or more.
Or more. And here's the other thing is, imagine that property that you bought made you $0.
Right.
Would you still be ahead?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be way ahead.
So even if you buy a property that makes you $0 and you eliminated $100,000.
You made $100,000.
You made $100,000. Okay, so we got the master here. Oh, some vandalism, huh? Yeah, this just looks like a bunch of kids came through here.
Yeah, that's what Paul was saying.
So kind of the way I'm working the camera here, guys, is I'm just showing you kind of what I look at. Like when I'm showing you the camera, it's like what I'm looking at every time I walk a property. And so we've got our master here. We're just looking at, oh God, what's this gonna cost me to fix, right? And it looks like some kids just got in here and decided to, get their anger out on my new house. Looks like they took a hammer to that too. Mm-hmm. Nice big crack over there, huh? Yeah, so pretty basic house. Clean it up, rent it out. This is a complete waste of space over here. It definitely was somebody's custom home.
Yeah, this is not your typical ranch in South Mississippi for sure.
And that's a wood burning fireplace?
It is.
Do we allow tenants to burn?
We don't allow any wood burning at all.
Why?
Because it usually catches the rest of the wood in the house on fire.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Which fire do you want to talk about?
How long ago did it happen where I said, you know what, I'm done with insurance? Is insurance cheap in Mississippi? The answer is no. You have 3 types of insurance. You got wind, hail, flood, and fire, and basically you got 2 insurance policies, right? So when you're renting out properties, would you say it's $1,000 a property for insurance down here?
Oh yeah, and that's not even full coverage.
Not even flood, right?
No.
For a cheap little house.
Yeah.
For a $40,000 house, I might spend $1,500 a year.
$1,500 for full coverage, and for liability only, about $5.
Try about $200. One day, I got a bill for my insurance down here. I think I had like 20 properties at the time. And it was $38,000. So I looked at you, and I said, I'm dropping it all. And what did we do to bypass that to still insure the property?
Our property management provided insurance, which is either a full coverage that you can buy as a tenant, or you opt out and you are signed in automatically on just the liability, which protects against any kind of negligent act to the property, and the owner's protected there.
Incidentally, I just had a house get burnt down. We were kind of happy about it. The insurance wrote me a check for how much?
110.
Okay, and then we sold the property for how much?
Like 30.
35.
Yeah.
And then what did I pay for that?
About 35.
All in.
Yeah, all in.
Owned it for 10 years, rented it out, sold it for what I was into it, and then made a $110,000 profit when they burnt it down.
Yeah, it was like a $200,000 win altogether.
Altogether. So that's a good hack for you. If you're buying insurance for your properties, you may want to consider just going down to liability and getting rentals insurance. Obviously, as you scale, it makes more sense. You got a couple different assets assets, most people are going to want to have insurance. But what we have found out is that most incidents that happen to properties are because of the tenants. And now we require basically everybody to have their own insurance, right?
Absolutely. You either get a full coverage policy on your own, or we automatically opt you into the liability policy, which protects the owner again, but does not give you any protection on your contents.
What does that cost the tenant per month?
12
bucks.
12 bucks.
Right. And so basically it's a way of, can we reduce the rent so that they pay for that?
Yeah.
So it's basically cheaper insurance than me buying myself. If the tenant pays for it, so let's call it 15 bucks a month times 12 months is 60 times 180 bucks a year versus costing me 1,500 bucks a year. So by using the tenant's insurance to offset my insurance, I'm saving $1,340 a year. And if something happens, it's on them. More than likely now, if it's a vacant house like this and something happens, I'm self-insuring, which means I'm striking the check anyways. If I'm doing that, I guess what? I'm gonna be arguing with these insurance companies no matter what. Like, they're not gonna write me a check. They're gonna try to find a way to get away with it. I just had my car was hit the other day. They're not trying to pay me for any of that. So if you think that the insurance companies are just gonna write you a check, I got news for you. They're not.
Right.
All right, okay, so let's go back to the 1031 exchange and why you watch this video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't shared this video with a friend, if you haven't gotten something value out of this video, let us know. I know we walk a lot of properties and we look at a lot of stuff, but I wanna tell you that the reason I started this YouTube channel is to explain to you guys that anybody can get rich through real estate. It's pretty simple. You just buy houses at good values. You put tenants in them. You find excellent property managers like Elaine who are gonna take care of them like they're their own. Elaine has started investing in properties now. Did you own any properties when I first met you?
Did not.
How many you got now, buddy?
I think we got about 10 units. Yeah.
How many houses did you flip?
It's about 10.
Are you planning on slowing down on that?
No, I gotta ramp up.
How many you got going right now?
We got a couple going right now, and a couple more that we're gonna get going on in very soon.
Right. Do you think that's helped you out a lot? Do you like working in the office anymore? Do you like?
I mean, this is what I'm dressed like. I used to dress
in a banana suit.
Yeah, that's right, the banana suit. Now.
Monkey suit. All right, so the point is, real estate can change your life. Has it changed your life?
Yeah, I'm here today with you, walking properties, and it's just great.
Do you remember the first time I called you?
I do remember that call.
This is the power of real estate. Do we still have the same tenants in that property?
We do.
I bought that property in 2011, right?
That's right.
2023. Same tenants?
Same exact tenants.
Paying the same rent?
Oh no, rents have gone up.
Rents have gone up.
I think you paid 32 for that one.
That's right, I paid 32 grand.
Well, today it's probably worth 70 or 80, fixed up.
Let's say it's worth 80 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it for 32. I've owned it for 11 years. I've more than doubled my investment. I've been collecting cash on it for 11 years straight with the same tenants, no turnover.
Yeah.
Do we make these people happy?
They love living there. There are always going to be a certain percentage of them that are like that are long-term and that take care of the property.
So going back to the 1031 exchange and why we're here. So if I did 1031 exchange that property, and now it's worth $80,000,
right,
and I go buy two $40,000 properties, I multiply my wealth.
Do it again.
I multiply my wealth. So if you're sitting there on one property and you're like, hey, I'm making a great return. Well, I'm making a great return on my $1,000. But if those tenants move out, what do you think I'm probably gonna do? Because I'm gonna have to put a bunch of money back into it.
That's right.
And then I'm gonna 1031 exchange it,
Yep.
go buy 2 or 3 more properties. Hopefully it's worth more by then.
Start the process again.
And that's bringing us right back to this house right here. Like, once this house has gone beyond its sustainable life, which if we clean up, put the new roof on, we'll do the major thing up front. And you guys might be thinking, well, I don't like this carpet. Do the tenants care?
Tenants do not care. They want a nice, clean, and sanitary environment.
If you're a tenant out there and you're like, well, I care. You're not renting for me. I'd rather discount the rent and give someone a good, nice place to live than I would putting new carpet in there that's gonna cost me $6,000.
Yeah.
Right? What would you tell newbie investors who are thinking about getting started investing, who maybe they want a mentor?
I would tell them to find a house that's within their means, preferably something that needs a bunch of work, and get it rented. It's amazing once you get a tenant in there. Cash flow power is just amazing.
What's your passive income on your cash flow right now?
I think right now it's about $8,000 a month.
Right, that's just automatic.
That's just every month, yeah.
Every month.
Yeah.
How many people would you ever think when you first started that was even possible?
I didn't give it a whole lot of thought. So that's one of those things you don't think about
Right.
until you see what it can do for you.
Right.
So, yeah.
And watching guys like me
That's
come
right.
in here. And you've seen other guys slow down that started too.
Oh, yeah.
We just keep going and going and going. And we'll take a little bit of a pause, and now I hit the gas again. I'm gonna buy a bunch more.
Right.
Because we're over here in a new area. This will be the first property I own out here. And we've got about 3 or 4 more going.
Yeah, and you're loading up right now.
Loading up, baby.
Loading up, getting them flipped.
We're gonna buy a couple hundred properties out here the next couple years. Why? Because I got one of the best property managers, a good buddy of mine, Elaine Harper, and he's speaking at our Millionaire Mentorship Mastermind in Las Vegas, February 23rd to the 26th. Got started investing in real estate.
Yeah, I'm just an average Joe following, you know.
Another average guy.
Not a complicated thing, it just requires a little
Getting
bit.
outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Any other tidbits from like a property management standpoint that you've learned in the last 11 years?
You gotta have a lot of tight controls on the management process, because tenants are tenants because they can't ever afford a house, they can't ever figure out how to finance a house, and so they don't take care of stuff, and so you gotta have all kinds of rules to keep them in line. And you know, that's kind of a harsh statement, but when you're investing, you're dealing with people that are perennial renters, and they just will terrorize your house if you let them. And they'll always have an excuse why things are the way they are, and it's never going to be their fault, but it's always going to be your money fixing it.
That's good words of wisdom. All right, guys, if you want to invest in real estate, if you want to invest in yourself, subscribe to the channel, get started investing in real estate, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share this video with a friend, ask a question. We respond to most or all of our comments. A lot of times when we see the same comment over and over again, we're actually going to make a video out of it. So if you're interested in a free Facebook group, join the Millionaire Mentorship Mastermind Facebook group, real estate investing. Just go to Millionaire Mentorship and then pull it up. It's a free Facebook group. If you're interested in a free strategy call, book a free strategy call with my team. We will teach you how to invest in real estate. If you want to come to our event in Vegas, February 23rd through the 26th, make sure you do. The tickets are only $497 for general admission. Elaine Harper will speak in there, plus another 12 speakers, all who got rich through the power of investing in real estate. We'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.